Alright, today on Slipstream Wash we got a miniature rocket stove prototype to show you principles of operation and how you can build your own. And this is a really simple prototype that's going to show you how all this works, and I'm going to walk you through it. And what I've done is I got just the old soup can, and I got a big air vent on the side, and I got a top cooking grate, and then inside there's nothing except on the side here I got an air grate which lets in air again. So, and I put some legs on this, but you don't need to really do that or worry about it. And you can see just how big that hole is. And not only is this an under fire feeder hole for air, it's also your fuel in-feed port. And let's first do principles of operation of a rocket stove. A rocket stove is just a new term for in the old days for what they called a hobo stove. And the hobos, when they're camped out down in the jungle, which was usually what you'd call a homeless camp these days, but it was usually in the old rail yards and other parts of the city where they could stay and not get harassed and camp out. But they'd take a big can and they'd cook over it, and basically they'd cut holes in the top of the can, and sometimes they'd leave the top on the can. They'd cut a big port in the bottom, so what it does is you get a jet of air going through it, because fire by its very nature and combustion will draw air to it because it's consuming the air, and hence you get the term rocket. So you're sucking in a lot of air through this port, and it's feeding the fire reaction inside and creating heat. And the way this works is I'm going to put some kindling inside of it. It can be sticks or straw or newspaper or whatever, and start burning it. And then I'm going to feed in more small sticks through here to perpetuate it. And you can cook on the top of this in several ways. You can get another can or pot, whatever you make your rocket stove out of, fit on here, or you can just leave the top of the can. If you leave the top of the can on, you need to cut a bunch of holes right here to feed that combustion effect. Or you can just cut a screen to fit like I did. That fits right in there, like so. It does fit in there. It will snap in there. There we go. And it makes a great little camping stove or survival stove, or hey, maybe you're a traveling hobo, right? But that's pretty much it, and you really can't lose with it. What it'll do is, because of the design, it'll produce a lot of heat fast, but at the same time it's going to consume a lot of fuel fast, so you got to kind of pretty much constantly feed it in fuel. And this one I made, if you put the can on the top, like so, it's going to block the airflow, the overfire air. So that's why I put this vent on the back. So I still have airflow coming in here and going out there, and just constantly feeding that fire, feeding that fire, feeding that fire. And that is the principles of a rocket stove. Thanks for watching. Please click like.